Welcome back to Year of Handicrafts, the podcast that celebrates the art, soul, and history behind Saudi Arabia's traditional crafts. I'm your host, Wadah Al-Hassoun, and in this episode, we're stepping into a world where strength meets elegance, where durability blends with design. We're talking about the art of leathercraft in Saudi Arabia. From ancient desert tribes to the buzzing souks of Riyadh, leather has been more than a material. It's been a lifestyle, a symbol of identity, utility, and pride. Leather is made from animal skins and hides that have been chemically treated or tanned to preserve them for use in products like clothing, footwear, handbags, furniture, and tools. The term hide usually refers to skins from larger animals, for example, cows and horses, while skin refers to smaller ones, like calves and kids. Leather making is an ancient practice dating back over 7,000 years, with early methods involving sun-drying, animal fats, salting, and smoking. The ancient Egyptians developed vegetable tanning by around 400 BCE, and Arabs greatly refined the craft during the Middle Ages. Since the 19th century, artificial leather has been developed as an alternative to real leather. Materials like nitrocellulose, fabricoid, naga hide, polyurethane, and PVC have been used to create synthetic leathers. These alternatives are popular for being more affordable, less labor-intensive, and animal-friendly, with global artificial leather market surpassing $50 billion by 2015. Leatherworking in Saudi Arabia isn't a new story, it's an ancient legacy. It is thought that human ancestors started using leather or at least animal skins about 780,000 years ago. This was based on the development of scrapers for hides. Protection from the elements was important, facilitating the development of clothing from animal skins. Analysis of foot bones has provided evidence that people were wearing shoes as early as 32,000 to 40,000 years ago. Long before factories and fast fashion, leather was a precious byproduct of life in the desert. Nomadic Bedouins across the kingdom relied on it to make water carriers, fur wraps, and simple sandals. It was practical, it was accessible, and in the harsh desert climate, it was essential. Nothing was wasted. Every hide had a purpose. Goat, camel, cow, each offered something unique in texture and strength. With each generation, techniques were refined, turning simple survival tools into objects of craftsmanship and beauty. Leathercraft is practiced all across Saudi Arabia, but some regions have carved out a name for themselves in this art. In Najd, El Qasim, and Hayel, artisans have long been known for their decorative touches. Think embroidered sandals, ornate belts, coin pouches, falconry hoods, and hunting gear, all made with detailed handiwork and regional flair. And then there's Riyadh, home to the famed Souk al-Kharrazin, literally the leather workers' market. And the products? They shine with bold colors, embossed patterns, and copper accents. It's not just functional, it's fashion, heritage, and pride all rolled into one. Leatherworking is a multi-step process that demands skill, patience, and experience. It all starts with rawhide, often goat or camel, cleaned, treated, and tanned. Then it's cut into shapes for bags, sandals, belts, or sheaths. What's remarkable, most of these artisans don't rely on machines. Sewing machines are rarely used, only for some basic seams. The real magic? It's all done by hand. The stitching, the tooling, the decorative carving, all handled by trained hands that know how to feel the material, not just work it. When it comes to decoration, that's where the art truly shines. Skilled hands create patterns using colored stamping, copper embellishments, and hand-drawn motifs. Every piece tells a story, one of the artisan, the region, and the person wearing the piece. Leather is a flexible, strong, high tensile strength, moldable, supple, and durable product. It is also a good thermal insulator, resistant to tearing, piercing, abrasion, water, fire, and mold, yet permeable to water vapor. Leather is valued by humans for clothing and shelter and can be dyed and buffed to a shiny or velvety appearance. Let's talk about what these leather artisans actually make. Their range is as diverse as the kingdom itself. You've got handcrafted sandals, which are perfect for desert travel. Leather belts and straps, some used for weapons, others purely decorative. Pouches and wallets, from small coin purses to elaborately tooled gun holsters. Falcon hoods and bird covers, especially important in regions where falconry is a cherished tradition. And in the north and central regions, you'll find camel saddles, cushioned seats, and packs stuffed with straw, cotton, or wool, all wrapped in sturdy leather. Each item is shaped not just by technique, but by purpose, culture, and environment. Of course, leathercraft today is facing some serious challenges. The rise of industrial leather goods, cheaper, faster, mass-produced, has cut deep into the demand for traditional leather items. Imported products, synthetic materials, and fast fashion have taken center stage. As a result, traditional leatherworking has shrunk, now mostly focused on small niche markets. Many of the current customers are heritage enthusiasts, collectors, or tourists drawn to the authenticity and handcrafted charms of these items. Even so, there's hope. With growing interest in cultural heritage, eco-friendly materials, and artisan-made goods, there's a quiet revival happening. Traditional leather items are finding their way into modern fashion, museum displays, and international gift shops. And every time a visitor picks up a leather pouch or handcrafted belt, they're not just buying a product, they're holding a piece of Saudi history. Leathercraft in Saudi Arabia is more than just a trade. It's a dialogue between past and present, between practicality of the desert and the beauty of human hands. From Riyadh's crowded souks to the wide-open deserts of Najd, every piece of leather tells a story of heritage, ingenuity, and pride. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Year of Handicrafts. If you enjoyed exploring the world of Saudi leatherwork, don't forget to follow the podcast and share it with someone who appreciates true craftsmanship.
The sound of Arabia.